Welcome to Willow Waves, a student-produced podcast that brings together young minds to explore and discuss current events and topics that connect all of us.
Tune in to our podcast to join us on this exciting journey of learning and discovering.
The crowd erupts in applause as the clever pass made by Sam Howell sends it into the end zone and scores a touchdown. American football has been around for as long as any of us can remember. However, compared to many of the sports of the world, it's still a toddler taking its baby steps.
Walter Camp, a man born in North America, altered the rules of a game called rugby and formed a prototype of modern football. Modern football games were founded in the year 1869, when colleges Rutgers and Princeton clashed in the very first football game ever. In 1920 and 1926, the NFL and AFL leagues formed, respectively. In 1970, the AFL and NFL would merge into the largest sports organization America had ever seen. Since then, the NFL has grown exponentially in fans over the years.
The NFL arrived in 1920 when 10 football teams gathered in Ohio to create what is now known today as the current National Football League. 4 more teams then joined, making the original NFL have only 14 teams. In 1926, the AFL formed. However, the most successful version was not the first.
It had 8 teams in the beginning and eventually folded due to its underperforming statistics compared to the much more established NFL. However, a lot of the teams from the AFL would become some of the most successful and important franchises in the history of football. For example, the New England Patriots. Another conference, albeit less important, is the AAFC. Only 3 teams from this league were admitted into the NFL after folding, the most famous being the San Francisco 49ers.
If you have watched the Super Bowl, congratulations. You have watched a much more refined version of the NFL championship game. Before the merger of the AFL and NFL, the NFL had the championship game, similar to the modern Super Bowl. The AFL also had something similar to the championship. These would later become, after the merger, the NFC and AFC championship games, some of the most important in football. Since then, the NFL's gross income per year has been roughly $19 billion, and the money keeps growing. In the 2023 Super Bowl alone, they made $600 million.
The Super Bowl is the biggest event in football and usually has more than 123 million viewers on TV alone. And even in person, with a small stadium, there would be at least 70,000 people watching.
Even though football may be fun, it does come with its risks. Football can be very dangerous. Players have to wear protective padding, and even then, you can still get hurt. If you have ever watched a game, you see that the players get tackled at incredible speeds. That is one of the ways a play ends. If a player gets injured, usually they lie on the ground until the medical group comes. The players may go onto a cart, which will then get wheeled into a blue tent. Players could be gone for weeks or only a game. In most NFL games, the average injury rate is 4 per game, higher than almost any other sport.
We interviewed a teacher who was very fond of football, Mark Campen. He told us about what football means to him.
What does football mean to you?
What does football mean to me? Football means to me enjoying Sundays and Monday night watching football, and Thursday night too, but it also means to me having fun during the school day, during recess. It is my absolute favorite time of the day.
What did it mean to you growing up, or how did it influence you?
I first learned about football when I was young because my parents used to watch football. I grew up in a part of South Jersey that was just outside of Philadelphia, so I became a huge Eagles fan. I still am to this day. And I always enjoyed Sundays watching football with my mom and dad. They really helped me learn the game when I was young, and then it's a passion that's followed me all through these years, and I still have a passion for watching and playing football.
Yeah, I understand that. My parents like the Eagles too. So why do you like the Eagles though? Is it just because you grew up in Philadelphia or around there? Or?
Absolutely. It was growing up near just outside of Philadelphia, about 20 minutes outside of Philadelphia, and those games were easy to watch on TV.
Yeah.
because
Did you ever go to them?
I did. I've been to a couple of Eagles games. Haven't in a while because I live in Virginia, obviously, but I still watch the Eagles every week. I still rejoice when they win, and I still am crushed when they lose.
Did football or your love for the Eagles bring your family or community together?
Well, I did definitely bring our school community together here, especially at recess, with the different students from multiple fourth grade classes. So there's a sense of community there, and it's not just for boys, it's for girls too. We welcome anyone who wants to play. And as far as outside of school, I get together with friends, sometimes good friends. Some of them work here, and we watch football. So yeah, absolutely. Football is a great source of community.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
If you ask a group of people like Mr. Campen, the majority of them will say that football is great. Why? Simply because it is a wonderful way to bring people together. When the football season is done, what do? We play football ourselves. Sometimes we even extend into obscure football leagues, simply because of how captivating the game is to us.
The NFL season is 18 weeks, where each team plays 17 games and has one bye week. A bye week is when a team has a week off and does not play the game.
Each team has their own NFL standings. If you watch a game, you'll see numbers below a team's logo. Those numbers are the team's win-loss record. The numbers on the left are the games that the team won, and the numbers on the right are the games that the team lost. This means that they have a winning record, more wins than losses, or they have a losing record, more losses than wins.
The football itself is made from cowhide leather. Cowhide is the natural skin and hair of a cow. Cowhide goes through the process of being turned into refined leather. Did you know that the Wilson Sporting Goods factory in Ada, Ohio, produces 700,000 footballs a year, and 480,000 of those are for the NFL? Those footballs are made by hand. Every single football for college and professional is made by the Wilson factory. They have been doing the same since 1955.
The NFL Hall of Fame is a special place where the best football players are displayed and where you can have fun learning about the legends of the game. To get into the Hall of Fame, you have to be voted in by a media representative from a large football cities, Los Angeles and New York. A player or coach could get voted in, but they must have been retired for 5 or more years.
Football is a great way to bring people together and have fun.
We hope you enjoyed!